Mike Puma just dropped a massive bomb in regard to the Juan Soto situation, and we're going to get John Heyman's latest next on MetCast. Welcome back to MetCast, friends. As always, I am Ray, and I just saw the biggest bomb come from Mike Puma. And if you like our content, please like and subscribe. Helps the channel. Help us get to our goal of 2,000 subscribers. And here we go. I'm going to get right to it. Mike Puma, the New York Post. There it is. The best guess from league source is Juan Soto will reach his decision tonight. Tonight. The moment we've all been waiting for. Whether it's the Yankees, whether it's the Mets, I doubt it's the Dodgers, I doubt it's the Blue Jays. I'd be shocked if it's the Red Sox, but we know Steve Cohen is in there. They talked about it yesterday. He's probably got to offer between $750 million, and the Yankees were allegedly between 700 and 710. Let's get to this John Heyman report really quick, and we'll react to it live
on MLB Tonight. John, paint the picture. Give us your thesis on Juan Soto. Where does it stand right now?
Well, we're still waiting. We still have the 5 teams, counting the Los Angeles Dodgers in there, but certainly Toronto, Boston, and the 2 New York teams, the Yankees and the Mets, the incumbent Yankees. Feeling it in the lobby, talking to people. The Yankees seem a little more confident than some of the other teams. Boston, a little bit less confident than some of the other teams. Mets kind of in the middle right now. We do believe the Mets are somewhere in that $710 to $730 million range.
That's what I just said.
And the Yankees perhaps just a little bit below them. I think the Yankees feel they have a little bit of an edge.
See what he says? The Yankees feel they have a little bit of an edge. He's clearly telling us that the Yankees have a lower offer than the New York Mets. Now, maybe he loved playing with the Yankees and he's willing to take a tiny bit less money. But why would you drag this out so long for so much money if you're willing to take less money from the New York Yankees?
Little bit of an edge, having been a team with Juan Soto for last year, and he had a fantastic season. They got to the World Series thanks to him. 989 OPS, 40-something home runs. I mean, he had a great year.
But people keep bringing it up as if Aaron Judge is the only other bat in their lineup. Stanton hasn't been healthy and forever, hasn't had a great season in forever. Yes, he had a great postseason, but besides that, Anthony Volpe is not good in the lineup. He is just not. He had a solid rookie year, regressed last year. They have nobody at third base. Chisholm might play second base. Dominguez, who couldn't get in that bat, is going to be starting. And Juan Soto needs to realize this. If he chooses the New York Yankees, who said just recently within the last year that spending at where they're spending is not sustainable for them, quote unquote, not sustainable. If you're going to go out and get $50+ million a year from your 30 and up your salary $20+ million, where the hell is all this money coming from? They don't have a first baseman on top of all of that. They just lost Clay Holmes. Tommy Kahnle's a free agent. They're looking at the pitching market. If they get Juan Soto, they're done with the pitching market. That's the difference between the Mets and the Yankees right now. The Mets would be willing to spend on top of Soto. We know that fair well. And on top of that, the Mets have a top 10 farm system. You got Brandon, you got Sproat, Drew, you got Gilbert, Acuna, Clifford. You have all these top 100 prospects. Carson Bayes just made the MLB top 100 list. They have guys all over the damn place, and the Yankees do not. The Yankees, according to Bleacher Report, as of September 25th, have the 29th ranked farm system in baseball. So if you're Juan Soto and you're looking at where sustainable winning coming from, there's no doubt in my mind it's the New York Mets, and that is with taking off the blue and orange goggles. You can't honestly sit there and say the Yankees are in a better position going forward over the next 10+ years than the New York Mets. On top of that, Steve Cohen has shown over the last 2 years he's willing to have the highest payroll in baseball. There's no doubt about that. The Yankees, Hal Steinbrenner is not worth nearly as much as Steve Cohen. The Mets know if they sign Juan Soto, season tickets are going to go through the roof. Jersey sales are going to go through the roof. Any type of ticket plans, they could up parking as they already did, concessions, anything they want. Met fans are willing to pay the price. I need Uncle Steve to get this done. Let's continue.
To enjoy it terrifically. And I do think Aaron Judge plays in this pretty big. As long as the Yankees are very close to the Mets and the other highest bidders, he loved batting in front of Aaron Judge, and he loved the clubhouse led by the captain, Judge.
Are you prepared to rule out the Dodgers and the Blue Jays?
I never want to rule anybody out at this point. I'll say that they're wild cards at this point. I would say, you know, if we're going to give a favorite, we're probably going to look at New York, one or the other. The Dodgers.
Notice how he doesn't say who's bigger right there. I'm going to give a favorite to New York, one or the other. So maybe it's a 51-49 edge to the Yankees because he liked playing for them. But at the end of the day, is he going to turn down $50 or $60 million extra from the New York Mets? I mean, I'm assuming the Yankees are going to want to defer a ton of money because there's no way they're going to be carrying a $50 million cap hit on top of Judges. Between those two guys, you're nearly at $100 million. You're already halfway to the Cohen tax. I don't see them doing that.
I mean, I'm sure he would love to be a Dodger. And in fact, when they had the meeting, I believe the Dodgers told him that the lineup would be Ohtani first, Soto second, Betts third, Freeman fourth. That's something to think about for a one.
That is an absolute beast of a lineup. Those are 4 Hall of Famers right there.
Soto to be on a super team like that, and he didn't have to hear that to know that they are a super team. So if they get really close, and at this point we have not heard that they are, we know they're over 600 million, but I don't think they're that close to 700 million.
And there's no way Juan Soto's taking $100 million less to go play for the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers always want to make sure they have their hat in the ring, so they're just kind of throwing it out there right now. But they well know that they're not landing him.
They get pretty close. I mean, they could be a major factor in this.
Is this narrative fair? The New York Mets will offer the most money. He might not sign there, but the New York Mets will offer the most money for Juan Soto.
You know, I'm not 100% sure of that. I think the Blue Jays, deep pockets as well, certainly highly motivated. I would not be shocked if they offered the most money. I'll be a little surprised if he doesn't go to one of the New York teams at this moment, but you never know what can happen. Certainly the Dodgers have the wherewithal, a great team. The Blue Jays are motivated. The Red Sox on the come. They have a terrific farm system, a great manager. Fenway would be a great place for him to hit. So there are positives with every team and probably a negative or two. The only negative with the Dodgers is that they're trailing by quite a bit in terms of the money. Now they have made a serious offer over 600 million, but they're quite a bit behind.
But let's be honest, in the grand scheme of things, that's not a serious offer considering there's probably 3 teams in the $700+ million range.
As far as we know at this point, you know, if they catch up, I mean, I would not rule them out. So I'm not ruling anybody out at this point, but I think just from the lobby talk, you know, I think people will be a little bit surprised if he's not a New York player at the end of this.
Live on MLB.
And that's what you got from John Heyman right there. The decision from Mike Puma, according to his sources, it's going to happen tonight. Make sure you stay tuned. We'll be bringing you all of the content, of course, as always. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Help us get to our goal of 2,000 subscribers. Let's go, Mets.